Okay, what's up? It's Nay Day. That's what they call me. I'm new to YouTube far as making videos, but I do want to start me a channel, and I want to start a channel on different topics, and I want to talk about different things. And one thing that I do want to talk about that came to my mind tonight when I was listening to somebody else talk about B2K and Raz B, and they were talking about the fact that Rasby had tweeted or whatever he did recently and was talking about Chris Stokes. My uncle used to be a personal bodyguard for Rasby. I don't know, maybe like 2014, 13, 12. It was years ago. I don't even remember when, so I'm not going to even lie. But he was a personal bodyguard for him, and I remember spending Thanksgiving and Christmas with him. And I remember another time, and his beautiful, and his mother. She's a beautiful lady, super super sweet, looks super young. So I remember one time, me, Raz, and my uncle were just chilling, and we were just talking about different things. And Raz brought up about the Chris Stoke thing, and he talked about it. And mind you, I'm like, you can ask me almost anything, almost about any celebrity, especially a celebrity that's in the hip hop culture, R&B, actresses, all that. You can, you can ask me questions to the point where my family's like, "Do you have their phone number?" Oh, you must. They must have called and told you. Stuff like that. Making jokes, making light of the situation. That's neither here or there. But I remember Raz talked to us about things that Chris Stokes had did and things that had happened. And I I was like, when he brought it up, I was like, oh, like what we heard in blogs, because at the time blogs was there, but they weren't like, they wasn't as like popular or banging today as they are today. Like it wasn't like even the shade room. The shade room was created. It didn't like super pop off until Instagram came into the picture. We all know that. Like you would have to Google media takeout and Google shade room and stuff like that. So I remember him speaking to us and telling us, oh, Chris did this, Chris did that, and Chris had help. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't by himself when it came to the things that transpired. And I was like, wow, thinking to myself, like, okay, so this is real. Like, what I heard, you know what I mean, was the truth. Like, it really happened. And his story has never changed. Has never changed. And the fact that Chris is his, I think he's like his cousin. I think it's his cousin. And if y'all could tell, they do favor. But like Chris is his cousin. And I remember later down the line, you know what I'm saying, after the conversation or whatever, and the Rasby ended up moving to Japan, or I think it was Japan or something like that. He ended up moving, you know what I'm saying, down there because he was running from what happened. Because when people don't believe you because your name is not that big, your group name is big, the lead singer is big, but you yourself personally are not that big, who's listening to you? Then I feel like in the black culture, we have a stigma or whatever, what you want to call it, to where we, when something traumatic or traumatizing happen, it's like you're supposed to just get over it automatically. Like, oh, that happened, get over it. Oh, you got molested, get over it. Or you got raped, or you got bullied, or anything that when you were a child coming up to even your teenage year that was very traumatizing and very traumatic. Black, I'm gonna say black people, because I know for a fact black people, we put this pressure and this, yeah, I think I'm gonna use pressure. We put this pressure and this I don't know what to say it, but we put something on each other where we like, oh yeah, that happened, but you need to get over it and act like it didn't happen. It's sad because single mothers, I'm gonna talk on that because I was a single mother. Still am a single mom, but my daughter's an adult. I'm a grandmother. But single mothers, like, say you had a daughter who was beautiful, physically, mentally, everything. She was young. She was just beautiful, especially physically. Her body was just banging. And you get this man, you might not even know that he's a pedophile or he is a person who touches little girls or touches little boys because you don't even know you're even being brainwashed. See, people who are predators first, before they're the prey, before they prey, predators before they prey, they are being predators on you first, and then they're going to prey on you and say, I'm going to make her fall in love. I'm going to make her love me, like me, do this and do that. So if I do something wrong, like if I do something wrong to one of her children, and they tell her, she's not going to believe them. See, mothers who loses hope on being married or having a successful relationship or just having it all, relationship, children, husband, just everything, that just having it all. And then here comes this man who's giving you this hope to have it all and making you feel like it's you and him against the world. He's prepping you and preying on you to be the predator that he really is to your child or your children. But you so in love that if he did touch your child and your child comes to you and your child tells you, that didn't happen. You're just trying to break us up. I remember one time I heard a mother tell her daughter who broke down in tears. I think it went viral. Your boyfriend touched me. He ain't touch you. You just fast. You walking around here enticing him. You walking around here and this and that. You doing this and that to make him do. And he ain't do. What? No. When your child or your children tell you that somebody touched him, I don't care if your child is an habitual liar. I don't care if your child is bad in school. I don't care about none of that. I don't care. I don't. When your child tells you that, you need to listen. Don't say, You're lying. You don't want to see me happy. This the only man that love me. What? So you rather pick a man who will abuse, misuse, and do things to your children or your child because you want to have a man? I heard a mama say one time, you just don't want to see me happy. You just trying to fuck up my happiness? Fuck up your happiness? Oh, wow. How could a person doing something to me, mind you, it's already bad enough they did this to me, but now I gotta come to my mom thinking my mom is gonna be my savior because, mind you, you're a single parent and you brought somebody in your child's life. And I'm thinking my mom is gonna save me and gonna be there for me. And you telling me I'm trying to fuck up your happiness? We definitely have to do some work as a culture. We really do have a problem when somebody has a mental illness or anything to that effect of like molestation, mental illness, drug habit, we either separate ourselves, disown them, or discredit the person that's going through it. Do you not think that when you discredit your child and tell your child that didn't happen or you fucking up my happiness or something, you don't think that that child is not, like, you think they're going to be on the right path? Do you think that they're going to respect you? Do you think that they have understanding to what or how you feel when you don't even understand how they feel or not trying to? Come on now. That's absurd. For real. Like I said, I can care less if I know my child's a liar. I can care less if I know my child's a bully. I mean, I don't want them to be a bully, but I'm just saying, I can care less about all these things because listen, if there's a person molesting your child, why do you think your child's being a bully? Hello? It's called an outlet. They are having trauma. They are having things going on in their life and nobody's listening to them. So what do you expect? You're going to get disrespect. You're going to get runaways. You're going to get girls having babies early. You're going to get a child that might smoke weed and then they graduate to other things. You're going to get a lot of different things because, one, it's not a manual that comes with these kids. But two, you're a mother first. Matter of fact, scratch me a mother, you're a parent first. If your child comes to you and they tell you something that is going on with them and that is bothering them, why not explore the idea that something is wrong and something happened? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I ever came up to my mom and said, this person did something to me because I wanted to fuck up my mom's happiness or something. I wanted to see her happy. My stepdad, he had his faults. But I can say one thing for sure and two things motherfucking for certain. He's never looked at me in a way inappropriately. He's never touched me inappropriately. If anything, he's always said, make sure she has clothes that cover her up, make sure she's dressed this way, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna say he's world's greatest stepdad. You know, I'm not gonna say that. But I feel like I could have had worse. And that's just a fact. I could have had worse. And that's a fact. Straight up. Could have had a lot worse. I mean, he wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. I'm still breathing. Okay? There's people who done stepdads, biological dads, who have killed their children, whose children are not here. Because you wanted to be selfish and have so much hatred and anger in your heart because things that happened to you traumatic as a child, because it's a cycle. It's a cycle, and until we recognize that cycle as people, parents, and as a human being, it's gonna keep on continuing. The cycle is gonna keep on going. It's like a marathon. The marathon continues, right? The cycle continues as well. So until that cycle gets nipped in the bud, it's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop, especially in the black community. And that's a fact. Don't cry and be sad because somebody else's child got raped and molested or got shot and killed by the police or any of that, and then miss what's going on with the fuck with your child that can be going down that same path. Because you so, being so sensitive, sorry, couldn't find the words, to other people's shit. That you're blind, you Stevie Wondered and Ray Charles to the bullshit. Excuse my EDs on it, but that's just a fact. Ray Charles and Stevie Wondered to the bullshit that's going on around you. These words I say, I don't say it for people to hear. I say it for me to hear and for me to know too. Whatever I'm going to say to anybody, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, outer space, God, I'm going to say it to you, and I'm going to say it loud and proud to anybody. Kids that go through things traumatic need that extra love and tender care. Raz B's story, from the day I met him, has never changed. Not one word. And that's a fact. Not one word. Not one word has ever changed. It's been the same since day fucking one. The day I met him, when he said, "Hey, my name is Raz," I said, "I know who you are." In my soul, I'm screaming like, "Oh my God." I'm not a starstruck person. But at the time, B2K was hot, but they was coming off that hotness. And y'all would never believe where we was at. We was at the SWV. Well, it wasn't theirs, but at the studio where SWV did their very first album. I'm walking in, I'm seeing SWV plaques, all that. And mind you, I know celebrities, met celebrity. I got celebrities as relatives. We're not going to talk about it. But anyways, make a long story short and a short story long. Listen to your children and believe what they say. Raz is a hurting man because people want fame, fortune, money so bad they rather cover up than address what they truly go through. We're not going to start on R. Kelly. Not this video, but another one we will. And that's a fact. We will. No cap. Listen to your children. And that's really all I got to say. Excuse the rambling. A bitch has been drinking. But I'm getting ready to get this YouTube thing started, and I'm going to get it started way better. I'm going to get it started with more intro, more everything you see on YouTube on a regular basis, because I've been watching and studying people, and as much knowledge that I have, and as much I as much as I have things to say, I feel like, man, if I don't say it now, then why did God put me on this earth? To be quiet? To hush? Because I might sound crazy to somebody else or whatever? Nah, man. I just can't. I can't be quiet, and I can't hush, and I can't just not say anything. I have a voice, and if I can use my voice for any and everything else, I feel like I need to use my voice for something that is being an advocate, and an outpouring, and a leadership, and just a person who understands, and who's listening, and who's aware, and who's woke. I don't want to see any more of my young children, young black women, men go down a pathway where they're going to cause more trauma, more heartache, headaches, worries, just more of everything that comes with this skin color. We all want people to stop shooting and killing each other. We all want that. Will we ever get it? I don't know. You know? I don't know. I don't know. We all want a lot of things. A lot of things. And I don't want to jump topics and subjects tonight. But just look for me. I'm showing my face right now. Just look for me. I'm coming. I think I really know what my purpose is. And I think my purpose is to spread awareness, talk about it. We all say spread awareness and talk about it and do this and reach one, teach one, and each one. Yeah, we've reached, we teached, we did all that. And people say, oh, especially teachers and stuff, and sponsors and all. If I can just reach one person, then I've done my job. No, I don't want to reach just one person. I want to reach the world, a nation, a society. I want to reach anything, anybody that has breath, breathing, a heartbeat, a pulse. I want to reach hell. I want to reach a dog, a cat, a mouse, a cow. I want to reach everything and anybody. Because this is not a game. Life. We are going through a lot, pandemic-wise, and I'm getting off topic again. Alcohol. But it's okay. I want to be a vessel for society. Society that needs healing and that is hurting. Let's stop talking about not killing each other. Let's stop tearing each other down. let's stop doing certain things to each other that, yeah, we can say we don't see other colors and cultures or whatever do it to each other. Doesn't mean it's not being done to, because there's times I've seen people of the same race talk crazy, do crazy shit, whatever. But as far as this community, that's the same skin color as me, we have it bad. And if we don't love upon each other and be here for each other and do what's right for each other, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And that's a fact. I want it to get greater now and not later. I want it to be a change now and not 10, 20 years from now. See, we've already been damaged by the white man as far as slavery. What? That's why a lot of us have chips on our shoulders and attitudes, especially the young kids. But let's turn that around, what that white man has done. We already had started churning it around, and then it just went to shits. Like, what? Like Chicago? I ain't from Chicago, but Chicago. Why is it that y'all gotta play tic-tac-toe or tit-for-tat with people's souls and lives and families? I don't give a fuck if somebody was claiming Crip blood, this street, that street. First of all, do you own anything on the street that you're claiming? No. When you die, you're so worried about dying, and what do you want your legacy to be? Because, especially when you die young, you ain't got no kids, too. What the fuck legacy are you leaving? What are you leaving? What are you doing? Oh, you was a killer, and nobody knew not to play with you? Oh, that's what you was leaving? Ew. That's something. Be original. Be a Martin Luther King. Be a Obama. Be a Malcolm X. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something real sad. I never really was big on so much the history of Malcolm X, but I didn't know that the history of Malcolm X, he was getting ready to expose some shit that was going on. Something that we like to not talk about. Somebody touching your children, having sex with your children and making kids and calling them a wife and having other wives and all that. I mean, he didn't like it and it wasn't right. So he got killed because he was gonna speak up. How do you get killed because you want to save young girls from being manipulated, from being abused, misused, mistreated? How do you get killed because of that? Because when it's in your back door, what are you gonna do? All right, look, I rambled, talked, did my thing. We will see each other again. Trust and believe. Deuces, never be toothless. I'ma always stay ruthless. Prayers to God. I'm a queen, and I love my people, and I'm gonna be here expressing what I feel every day without a ring light. Oh.